Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be reading from the R Just No Mail subreddit, so let's jump into it. I got cheated on, so I took her on a vacation and left her there. I'm a 29-year-old guy. My ex-girlfriend, who is now my ex because of this story, is a 26-year-old woman. We had been together for just over 2 years. She was the kind of girlfriend that always needed me to reassure her of my love for her. Every little thing would set her off, questioning if I loved her enough. It got to the point where if I didn't reply to her text messages within an hour, she would accuse me of being a horrible boyfriend and not caring about her. This was really exhausting for me, so I would often go out of my way to drop what I was doing just to appease her. A few months after we started dating, I did something that I regret. I told her that I loved her. After that, things got even worse. She would often get mad at me for not telling her that I loved her more often. She would also get mad at my family for not treating her well enough or showing her that they approved of her by not saying that they loved her too. That last one still makes me so angry because my parents are some of the most loving people I know. They never treated her poorly, but she wanted them to bend over backwards for her. One time I told her that her expectations were unreasonable and that I couldn't do everything she asked. She got so pissed that she moved in with her friend instead of staying with me. When I went to her place to pick up her stuff, she threw all of her clothes in my face and told me that she deserved better than me. She then spent a week at her friend's place before finally coming back to me. She claimed that she realized that she loved me too much to give up our relationship. I fell for it and took her back. I should have ended things there. At this point, it was already a year into our relationship, and I was already exhausted from all the emotional manipulation. But no, I'm a sucker for BS. So I tried to make things work. Fast forward another year, we're still together, and she's still doing the same shit. One day I had enough. We got into a huge fight. She started accusing me of not caring about her and said that I was going to lose her. I told her to leave and she did. This time she didn't stay with her friend. She went straight to her mother's house. I thought that maybe she would come back to me after a few days, but nope, she stayed there for a whole week. I was actually happy at first because for the first time in our relationship, I had a break from all the bullshit. But then I started getting worried because I hadn't heard from her in a week. I called her mother and asked if everything was okay. The mother said that she was fine and that she was staying there for as long as she needed. Then I got scared. Was this the end? Had I finally lost her? The next day, I drove to her mother's house to check on her. When I knocked on the door, her mother opened it and I could see the smug look on her face. She invited me in and offered me food and drinks. I declined because I wasn't there to eat. I told her that I was there to see my girlfriend. She told me that I wasn't welcome there and that if I didn't leave, she would call the cops and have me arrested for trespassing. What did I do? I was stunned. Why was she treating me like this? Then it hit me. She knew that her daughter was using me and she was sick of it. She told me that if I ever wanted to see my girlfriend again, then I should take her on a vacation. Where am I going with this? She gave me an address and told me to be there at 8 a.m. sharp. I was confused, but I was also desperate to get back with my girlfriend, so I agreed. The next morning, I packed a suitcase and headed over to the address she gave me. It was a small town about 2 hours away. I arrived at the appointed time and rang the doorbell. A woman opened it, and I told her that I was there to take her daughter on vacation. She nodded and stepped aside, allowing me to enter. In the kitchen, I found my girlfriend packing a suitcase. She looked up at me and smiled. She thanked me for coming to rescue her. Then she went back to packing. Once she was done, we got into my car and left. Throughout the drive, we made small talk, and it felt good to be spending time with her again. When we arrived at our destination, I checked into the hotel and we headed out to explore the beach. We were walking along the shore when she stopped to take a picture of some birds. While she was taking pictures, I noticed a couple staring at us. The girl was beautiful, but what caught my eye was the guy. He was tall, handsome, and muscular. He had a tattoo on his arm that read, "Never settle." Something inside of me snapped. I felt a surge of anger and jealousy. When I turned back to find my girlfriend, she was gone. I started to panic. Where could she have gone? I ran along the beach calling her name, but there was no answer. I searched for hours, but I couldn't find her anywhere. When I finally gave up and returned to the hotel, I found this note on the pillow. It read, "I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. You're a great guy, and I know that you'll find someone better than me. I just can't be that person." Below that, she had written the name of the hotel where she had gone. It turns out that she had booked a room under her own name. I immediately called her, but it went straight to voicemail. I left a message, but she never called me back. To this day, I still don't know what happened to her. And that's the end of part 1. If you like this story, stay tuned for more.